Hey guys, welcome to today's episode. Okay, before we dive into everything, I want to make sure that we've got you set up for success. So before we talk about the most important thing, which is compound marketing and why it's the only strategy you should be using in your business, I just want you to do a couple of quick favors for me to make sure that you are getting all the information that you need today. Okay, so number one, if you are watching this on YouTube, hit subscribe. If you are, watching this anywhere, even if it's on YouTube, you're watching on Facebook, in our community, no matter where you're watching this video, do hit like, give us a reaction, because the more that you support the video and the more you support what I'm telling you, just by giving some reactions, some comments, the more this will pop up into everyone else's feed in the community and the more people we can help. So, now that we've done the housekeeping, let's dive in. So today we're talking about marketing and compound marketing and why it is the only strategy you should be doing in your business, particularly if you are either an introvert, you're burnt out, you're exhausted, you're fed up, and why it's the easiest way to scale your business. I don't know where scroll came from then, guys. Okay, so how do we do compound marketing and what the hell is it? Okay, I've got you covered on this one. It's dead easy. Now, if you scroll down your Facebook feed, we'll use Facebook as an example, you are going to see that people are putting out some amazing, groundbreaking posts every day. I mean, I look at these posts sometimes and I wonder, where the hell are these guys coming up with the ideas from? Every day they're posting one after the other after the other. They're like social butterflies and like landing everywhere. And you go down LinkedIn and I look at LinkedIn and I'm going, oh, where are these guys coming from? How are they coming up with so much content? And isn't it exhausting? And the truth is that a lot of people are really, really working hard every day to bring their A game to their marketing and to be seen every day in these social feeds. Problem comes when you get sick or you get burnout, because that's what comes when you're having to create these groundbreaking things every single day. Ultimately, what happens is you stop posting. Okay, what happens when you stop posting? Well, your leads are going to go down, because in social media, when you're posting these beautiful, groundbreaking, well-crafted posts, I just want to break this to you. I'm not even going to do it gently, to be honest. I'm just going to rip the Band-Aid off. You are renting space on the platform. Whether you're paying for it or not is it's a different kettle of fish. But the point is, when you put a post out there, you're just renting somebody's attention. You're renting space for a limited period. Okay, and that time has half-life. It doesn't stay for very long at all, because over on LinkedIn, we might see that post in a couple of days if you tag a couple of my friends and the LinkedIn algorithm plays nicely. On Facebook, I might not even see it, or if I do, I might see it just for a couple of hours tops if it's still in my newsfeed, depending on the algorithm. So people who are marketing every single day, they're getting burnt out every single day. They're trying to use this to build their audience because they're putting all this effort in and putting all this content out there, not because they just want to be seen. It's because they want people to get to know them. They want their audience to love them. They want the audience to engage with them. And they want people to come to them as leads, as opportunities, and they want to reach a wider audience. Guys, that's great, but it doesn't work. In the long term, it doesn't work. You can scale that. You can maybe get to 6 figures if you really work at it, but I'm guaranteeing, try and scale it beyond that, you are going to have burnouts. And if you're an introvert, you're going to have it way earlier, because it's a really hard strategy. So what can we do? We can deploy a compound marketing method. This is great. It's the same method, and I'm not teaching you guys anything I don't do. Literally, as I've just put on my personal Facebook profile just a couple of hours ago, I have in 7 days 11 different requests to interview me from all over, including, I'm going to be on Meet Edgar's new YouTube series that they're going to interview me for next week. And these people who have requested interviews, these are not people I've reached out to. These are not people who've seen me posting, because you know what? I'm a marketer, and I actually don't do a lot of marketing for myself. I fill my agency. I fill both my agencies with very little marketing. I haven't got the time for it. I haven't got the energy to not burn out. So how can you do that? How can you get these people asking you to do things like I did, with these interviews? I've not networked with some of these people for a year. They're coming off the back of an event I did a year ago. And I know it was a year ago because I did it last May. Okay, they are coming from that still, because of the way that you can do marketing. You can use the compound effect. So you guys will have heard of compound interest. Keep adding it on, it builds up, it's great. Marketing is the same. if you are just using your Facebook posts and you are putting stuff out on social media and you're trying to build an audience that way, there is a better way, and I'm going to tell you guys about it over the course of the week. I don't want to kind of blow everyone's mind too much because I know some of you will never have thought about compound marketing. So let's just start with the basics, because even though it sounds a little bit scary, compounding, what we're doing, okay, it's not that scary at all. Hey to, by the way, I'm just going to grab some comments because I've just flashed up. Hey, Chris, hello from Spain. I can't see who that one is. It just says Facebook user, but hi. Wow, Spain. Okay, that's amazing. Hello, Kay in PA as well. Welcome. So this compound marketing, what are we talking about? We're talking about, while we can create this catalyst event and things that we can do in our business to explode it, where we only have to market once, maybe twice a year, great. For anybody who has a product, a service, a course, and they want to fill it and move on, we're going to talk about that later. But basics, let's start with these basics where you will see people, and particularly they are the low to mid-range kind of budget coaches who've usually read a couple of books in a weekend and claim to know it all, who are telling people to post on Facebook every single day for visibility. Yeah, great. The problem is, like we said, those posts do not stick around for very long. And they get lost in the ether because you start sharing other content, because it's social media, you start commenting on things and your posts get lost. These beautiful, creative ideas, passionate thoughts, really kind of quite groundbreaking things that you have to say on your topic, your kind of zone of genius, it's getting lost and you're wasting it. Just, I want you to think about the marketing that you do. And if you're one of these people that posts every day and post content all over social media, you are wasting all this valuable content every single day because it's not being compounded. And compounding your content isn't hard. You can still post it out there. I'm not saying don't post if you love it. You can keep posting it out there, but have you thought about repurposing? So put it over into your blog, put it over onto your YouTube channel, make your content into little videos if you need to, if that's the way it works for you. If it doesn't, and you think, I just like podcasting or I like writing, great. Make it into a little mini podcast episode, make it into a little mini series. Make sure you're linking all of that up onto your website in blog mode. Make sure you're writing Pinterest with it. Compound this great idea, this single great idea you've got, and make it go everywhere instead of just renting that little tiny bit of space, posting it once and then losing it. The only time you're going to see it after the first day or so is if Facebook Memories brings it up. And I'm not sure about you guys, but my Facebook Memories don't come up every single day anymore. That's, so is it worth it, all this posting every day? I don't think it is. I really, genuinely don't. And I'm aware that somebody's going to jump on and troll me and go, oh, Lindsay, you're going to break the internet. That's a horrible thing to say. But the truth is, you don't have to. You can create catalysts in your business that will wildly, wildly grow your audience, that are going to wildly grow your revenue. And you don't need to post every day. Just imagine what you could be doing. You could be going for a run. You could actually hit the gym. Obviously, in lockdown, you might have to do the home gym, but you could spend time with your children. You could do so much more if you weren't having to post every day, because you're using that brainwave and you're compounding it. Because when you take that post that you put out over onto Facebook or LinkedIn and you put it over onto your blog instead, you maybe record a little mini video, add that on as well. So you put them on your blog, you do it the next day and the next day, even if you are really crap at SEO. Like I fully admit, SEO is not my jam. I follow the likes of Jessica Foster for all of that. It's not my jam. But even I can get traffic coming through every single day because I compound what I do. I don't make the effort to go reinvent the wheel every single day. And the people that are teaching you this are teaching you wrong. They are setting you up to fail. In business, if you want to scale up and you want to grow your business rapidly, you want to get rapid revenue, you want to actually be able to have a business that you love without being burnt out and hating it because you're points that you focus all your energy on. Okay, think about when we see a diamond and we rub a diamond on glass and it cuts a circle in it. Okay, if you're one of those really arty people, you can probably draw a circle and make it look perfect. Mine kind of looks more like an Easter egg, but you know what I mean. You put the diamond in and you push it on the glass, and because you are putting that single point of pressure on that sharp object, it starts to cut. Okay, you can do the same thing with your marketing in your business. If instead of listening to everybody telling you, post, 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 you've got to be there every single day, or your audience is going to hate you, they're never going to see you, you're never going to build your list, you're never going to be anything. It's all bullshit. You can create these events in your business where you can use compound marketing to just build some traction, and then you can have a compounded, really catalyst event that just cuts through all of the rest of the noise in your niche and in your industry, and it suddenly just explodes everything. People quite often, I've had a few clients now come through in particular that tell me, Lindsay, you can't possibly have a full business, because if you're doing everything, you're not marketing, how does that happen? And I always say that we're like the hairdressers. You see a hairdresser, and if they've got perfect hair, they've got way too much time on their hands. Yeah, you know the ones I mean? If they look shaggy and they look like they've never had a chance to even brush their hair that day, it's because they're really busy. Well, this is the thing. For us, I've got 2 agencies that are full. We have people paying deposits. Absolutely, they pay deposits 18 months in advance with one of them because they're that desperate to work with us, because we use the compound marketing just to build some traction, a little bit, don't even need to do too much. And then we just market using catalyst events once, twice a year. This year we might even go for 3 because, hey, I'm feeling a bit bored in lockdown. We use those events to pinpoint every bit of energy we've got into breaking through in the industry, making a noise and being heard. And that, when you couple it with compound marketing, is what explodes your business. You don't need to do this posting every day. It's just bull. Okay, just let that sink in. You don't need to post every day. You don't need to be burnt out. I mean, what does burnt out look for you? Somebody's saying here, compounding is the 8th wonder of the world, according to financial genius Warren Buffett. And hello to our user from Canada as well. Hello, Elizabeth, Ellie Madera. Hello, nice to see you here. Compounding is the 8th wonder of the world. And it is the most underestimated thing in marketing, because everybody is working so hard, kind of being that kind of like duck on the lake where they're swimming along and floating along looking quite glorious, and then they're paddling furiously under the surface. It's like, really? Why are you paddling so hard? It doesn't need to be this way. The only people that think this are the same people that think making money is hard. Yeah, there might be some of you rolling your eyes here, but trust me, it's not actually that hard to make money. It's not that hard to market your business. The question is, are you reinventing the wheel every single day? Because you're not compounding your marketing. You are not using a basic distribution plan to take that little post and make it into something really serious and really gain traction. And, are you using catalysts to build your business? I spoke with a lady the other day who, she's telling me that her books are empty. She's got nobody wanting to work with her right now. She's got one client that's been with her for quite a while, and there's nobody new in the pipeline. And we were talking about catalyst events, and we're talking about what she could do. And she got it, and she was really excited. And then she went, oh, but how, what if I have to kind of manage all these extra new people? So hang on a second, just think. If you suddenly get 20 new clients in with a catalyst event, right? And we'll talk a lot about this over the week. Don't worry about trying to store too much information on in one go here. But if we just look at the numbers for a second, because we're talking about compounding, so it makes sense we talk a little bit number. If you have nobody in your books right now, you've got no clients, imagine hosting an event where you get, let's say, just 1,000 people, which is a really small catalyst event, by the way. They go way bigger than that. But let's just say you get 1,000. 1,000 probably sounds really good to some of you right now, doesn't it? Pop in the comments if it sounds good. I want to know what your number is. What is your ideal number that you want to have in your audience? How fantastic would it be? What is that kind of number that would make you think, wow, I nailed it? If you woke up tomorrow and your list had jumped up by that amount, hit me up in the comments. Let me know. They are coming through slowly. I've just got them down here, so I'm just going to keep looking down and checking for your answers. But when we create these events, if we've got 1,000 people in the audience, and out of that 1,000, let's say you just get even 10 new clients, okay? Let's say you were charging basic money for coaching in our industry, and basic money for your expertise. So let's say that you are charging £1,000 now or $1,000 right now. If you hold a Catalyst event, what happens is your expertise goes pew. So suddenly you can charge double. Okay, you can add an extra 1,000 onto that, because if you're already charging 1,000, trust me, if your expertise, your zone of genius, chances are you're way too cheap. So let's just double that and say we've doubled that straight away. So if we then say, okay, we have 10 new clients who we're not charging 1,000 to, we're charging 2,000 to. So suddenly we've made 20,000 in our business just by using a single Catalyst event. And that's using basic, really low metric numbers. Okay, imagine what would happen if you could compound that with a little bit of marketing going along the bottom, using a compounding approach rather than this, post every day, and you had the time to create a catalyst, something that would really explode your business forward. How awesome would that be? How fantastic would it be if you could grow anything? Chris is saying 30. Yeah, 30 new clients. Imagine if you host a catalyst event and, you were charging 1,000, you get 30 new clients. Okay, that's 30,000. But if your expertise has gone up with a catalyst event and you're then charging double that rate because we know that you're undercharging, that's 60,000 from one event. It's a no-brainer. Okay, Ellie is saying, I would be delighted if I could start with 9 clients in a week plus a course going on. I mean, that is amazing. Having a course going on, having 9 clients, I presume you probably mean 9 one-to-one with a group course. Again, it is more than possible if you just stop having to focus all of the effort on everyday marketing and you just say, hang on a minute, let's compound stuff. Because honestly, I scream and I kind of make really weird noises and my border collie looks at me like I'm a freak because I scroll down my timelines and go, oh, she's doing that again. Oh, he's doing that. Because I can see these people who are working flat out every single day. And I know some of them are already starting to show signs of burnout when we chat and they can't do things because they are doing so much trying to be there every day, but nothing's compounding. They're just renting space. Guys, if you take nothing away and you kind of think all those numbers I've just quoted at you there, honestly, I want you to take away the fact that you don't need to do this marketing every day. You could create a compound marketing approach and do nothing. And if you never tune into any single one of my episodes, my videos again, that's great, fine. I'd be sad to see you go, but as long as you take away that you don't need to market every day, you can use a compound approach. And if you can take 2 things away, take away the fact that you can create a catalyst in your business, no matter what your niche is, no matter what you do, and you can explode it forwards. Okay, people don't talk about this because everybody's obsessed with playing small or how to get to 6 figures. Like literally today, my inbox has had about 7 or 8 emails come through all about let's get to 6 figures, let's get to 6 figures. People I know, people that I'm on their email list, I support them. They've done partner work with me in the past, and that's great. I love these guys. But the thing is, getting to 6 figures with that strategy of posting every day is going to burn you out. Getting to beyond 6 figures, which is what just about everybody wants, is the magic kind of sizzle. And how do we get there? Well, we do not get there by posting every day. The smart guys, the guys who are building their audiences every day, who are wildly growing their revenue, they're exploding what they do it by being strategic, using compound marketing effects, and by getting out there using catalyst events as trigger points where they don't have to. You see these guys posting, I'm at the beach, I'm at the gym, I'm driving my car. And some people out there think, oh, it's all fake. It's a bit of a lifestyle thing. Genuinely, for those people doing that, there'll be a proportion that are, okay? Who was it? Ty Lopez, isn't it? That's famous for pretending to have the lifestyle. But the truth is that, yeah, there's some people out there like him. But in reality, these guys are doing that. They are free from their businesses because they're not doing this kind of low-level approach, this low babble noise effect of trying to get lots of little things happening. They're going for strategic, targeted events that run hand in hand with compound marketing strategies because that is how we scale. That is how we build our audience. That is how we get your revenue to grow like wildfire. You just have to be more strategic in your marketing than you're doing right now. And it's not your fault if you are doing these strategies because everybody is telling everybody to do it. It's like, hang on a minute. How do we disrupt? How do we become that fresh voice in the ocean? How do we disrupt everything if hold up, nothing, we've been taught to use these strategies that don't work, and they don't work because everybody's doing them, because nobody's thinking out of the box. If you want to grow your business, then I'm telling you now, you need to start thinking about what types of catalysts you could do. Give yourself a bit of time, plan a bit of way in advance, 60, 90 days to create something that is going to make your audience explode. Because what you're doing now, if you're watching this and I hooked your interest with the actual title, I'm telling you what you're doing now is not going to work. Okay, I'll put my money where my mouth is. I'm telling you, it's not going to work. Prove me otherwise, and I'm more than open to it. But honestly, guys, that's how you scale your business. Compound marketing strategy, where we take that little post, instead of wasting it over on a social media channel, we build it into our blogs, we build it into other content that is compounding and driving traffic consistently. And we just put catalyst events in to explode in targeted points around the business. That's how you scale. So just going to check for our comments. Is there anybody who thinks, oh my gosh, that sounds really scary? Who likes the sound of that? Who's already using compound strategy? And who's just like, oh my God, Lindsay, just blow my mind here? Feel free to drop it in the comments. If you are watching us live, then hopefully I'm going to pick those up as they come through. I seem to notice there's a slight lag on that last couple of comments. If you are watching the replay, then hashtag replay in the comments. I love seeing all your comments no matter which platform we're on. Guys, I do come over and check Periscope. I do come over to YouTube. I come over to every single platform that we stream on, including Facebook and all the various locations on Facebook. So do make sure you pop some comments in, because seriously, I'm just so fed up of seeing people, good people with a good mission and a good message, playing small. Okay, I want to help you amplify what you do in your zone of genius and that message and service that you've got for the world. Because there's a lot of talk about changing the world right now, and it's something I firmly believe in. That we all have a duty to change the world one way or the other, and the way we do that is by amplifying our voices. And how we get in front of people, how we get them to listen to us, is critical. So again, you can have the greatest thing in the world, you can have the greatest message in the world, but if you are using the strategies we just talked about and you're not using targeted approaches like compound marketing and strategic catalyst events, then nobody's going to hear you. Even with the greatest thing in the world, it takes a catalyst. Everything takes that kind of little match to create that spark that makes things grow. So Ellie is saying, I don't have a strategy yet, I'm just starting. Chris is saying, really good advice. Thanks, Lindsay. You're welcome. Ellie, if you do not have a strategy, then absolutely start thinking about now, instead of having to create content every day and be that person, just creating targeted things. Even if you are somebody that loves to write, when I get in my writing zone, I will write for days. And I'm kind of like, ooh, it might take me a while to get up on a morning and think I want to write something. But when I write, I really write. And this is the thing, is you can literally just sit down, pop some stuff down, create this content, and then you can time it so that you are putting it out on platforms and building it. Because even if you cannot do SEO for love and money to drive organic traffic, if you are driving enough content through the site, then you will get lucky by the law of pure averages. So even if you didn't SEO anything, you will still get traffic. Okay. Yes, I do remember that you are writing your book at the same time. Writing a book is amazing. It really is. And this is, I had this conversation with a few people last week who are also writing books. And the thing is, like I've said before many a time, writing a book that is going to change the world it's fantastic. And there are so many people who've got messages that want to be heard. But how we get that book in front of people, how we get people to comment and to engage and to buy and really read it, that's the magic. And that magic doesn't happen when we birth the book. That magic happens when we're in that story, we're writing things, because there will be things that you are coming up with now, things that when you edit your books, if you're creating video streams, video content, when you edit them, that you take out, and you take them out and they are absolute gold dust. So you've just got to find a way, to kind of harness all of that and plan this kind of catalyst explosion to go on at the time that you launch your book. But using all of that beautiful creative power, that creative energy, those gems that you already have, and it probably falling by the wayside during that process as you rewrite, you edit, you think things over, you scribble things out. Literally in my own notepad for planning my own content this week, I must have scribbled out about 1 million, well, not 1 million, okay, let's be realistic. I must have scribbled out about 10 or 11 things just for content for this week, where I'm just kind of going, yeah, I feel like I'm going to create and talk to people. I feel called to talk to people. In which case, you know, what am I talking about? Well, I scribble things out, I put things in. Some of that stuff, if it gets lost, that is gem, that's gold dust. And it's the same with the book process, but obviously on a much bigger scale. You don't want to lose the magic gold dust, because that can be part of the catalyst that you use to make everything explode. So yes, you were one of the people that I talked to last week, Ellie. And it was a fantastic conversation. And I did email you. I know I did, because I finally got caught up on all my admin last week. And this is the thing, I literally last week, I know that I spoke to you, and I must have spoken to, I think it was 5, maybe 6 more people who all had these books that were in the birthing process, but didn't have anything that was going to happen around it. And it's like, really? Come on, guys. We need, the world needs to hear your voice. The world needs to hear what you're doing, and to have these myths rewritten, everything just rephrased. We need some truth in this world right now. We need some honest to God truth that is going to change the way we work. But how do we get it in front of the right people? And that's what types of catalyst events and compound marketing in particular can help you achieve. So guys, obviously I've dived onto this for a little bit longer than I was planning. I'm going to pop a little video. I was hoping to add it onto here, but I'll just mention it, and I'll pop a video up tomorrow, which is, we have Audience Growth Con, which is one of our catalyst events, and it is happening in September. And we're going to have 4 or 5 different tracks going on, so you guys can drop in and look at different tracks and follow things. And what I want to know is who, other than me, because I'm going to count myself that you guys are here, you want to listen to me, okay? Who else would you love to hear from? Because we invite speakers from all over the globe to take part in our events when we do them. And I want to know who the best people are that you would love to hear from. Like, imagine I could get you a dinner date with anybody other than me who can help you with your business. Who would you like to hear from? Who are those kind of golden nugget people that you just think, I love them, I'd love to have a dinner date with them? That is what I want to know. Again, feel free to drop it in the comments. Again, if you're watching on replay, hashtag replay in the comments as well. But tell me who it is that you would love to go on a dinner date with. That is not me, it is somebody else in our space, telling you, helping you build your marketing, build your audience, grow your revenue. I want to know the dirt. Tell me who it is that you guys would like to be on a dinner date with, because I am going to be inviting speakers out over the next couple of weeks, and I want to make sure we get the right people for you guys, because I've got something extra special planned, and I know you are going to love it. So ciao for now, and I'm going to see you tomorrow on our next video. And if you're on the mailing list, do make sure that you check your email and you register for Friday's webinar, because I'm going to lift the lid on the 5 simple steps of the framework, the experience framework, that can help you explode your audience and actually get you where you want to be. We're going to deep dive into that specifically on Friday on a live session. And somebody did email me and say, Lindsay, did you really mean that there are only 50 seats available? Is that not just FOMO marketing? First of all, I don't do FOMO. Again, it's too much energy. Secondly, no, it's not FOMO, definitely not, because literally I only use Crowdcast a couple of times a year. Last time I did a webinar was a year ago. So I literally just pay for the bare bone basic, and I refuse to upgrade because I only use it a couple of times a year in Crowdcast. So literally we are limited to 50 seats. So make sure you register and grab your spots if you want to build your audience and build your revenues, grow your business, and most importantly, establish yourself as the authority, because we know that you're the authority. You know you're the authority. Your mum, your dad, your family, friends, everybody knows that you are good at what you do and that you're an expert in what you do. Problem is, we need everybody else to know. So that is what we've got coming up on Friday. And like I say, shove in the comments for me who else you would like to hear from, because they may just get an invite to Audience Growth Con. And our celebrity copywriter is going to be making it shiny and fabulous. So I know you guys are going to love it. All right, ciao for now. Ooh, lost the screen. Oh, where's the screen gone? Can't say goodbye. There we go. Bye, guys.